Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster Perfect Stats Guide. So this one, we are finally going to end the world. Spoiler alert, I know. And here you've got a little bit of a choice to make. So you have to ask yourself, I suppose, do you want to take Shadow for just really for the Atma fight? Or is it Ultima? I think it might be Ultima. I'm sorry. They've, again, changed the names on me so many times here that it's hard to keep them all straight. But if you want to take Shadow for that final fight, then I should say, if you want to take Shadow and you've over-leveled Gao, or Gao is, a much higher level than everybody else, then you cannot take Gao, and you would have to leap him off onto the Veldt. I'm not doing that. Gao is Gao is the big guns, so I think he's like level 47 right now, and so I wanted to take him for that fight. And that means though also that then you can't take Shadow, obviously, again because Gao is so much higher level that if I interact with Shadow and pick him back up, then Shadow's level will be re-averaged. So we will be fighting Atma, or Ultima, I'm pretty sure it's Ultima, actually, weapon without Shadow. And so we'll be three-manning it. I'm going to take, or I've taken Locke to steal. The Ultima weapon has a ribbon. It's questionable whether or not you really need to do that. I don't know. It's really up to you. It's the rare steel, so it's a little bit, or it can be a little bit frustrating. His common steel is an elixir. And in the world of Ruin, it's depending on which route you go with the Ragnarok. Again, I'm glitching. I think it's, I don't know. I prefer, obviously having it glitched. For one thing, we've never been able to do that really in previous games. And also, being able to glitch the Ragnarok Esper is going to mean that we can actually take the sword, right? Because that's normally we would have to choose between the two, but hey, now we don't have to choose. So that being said, wow, there's a little bit of a tangent, but what that really means is that there's a lot of enemies that we can actually morph in order to get ribbons. And I would argue they're really easy to morph them into ribbons. The other option is like, I think a rare steel from the Brachiosaur, and those are not fun to fight. They are extremely dangerous, and I don't prefer that method. So I think morphing is a lot easier. But either way, regardless, we're going to be able to get a hold of ninjas fairly easily in the world of Ruin. So again, up to you on whether or not you find that it's worth it to steal from the Ultima weapon here at the end. I have chosen to do that, and so again we are hauling Locke along with us. It after just kind of playing this again, I forgot how much I use him. It's rare that he's not in my party. Like at the very beginning of the world of Ruin, we just don't really have an option, and so I go and pick up Gogo as soon as I can to kind of fit the thief role. But yeah, I really like that, and so Locke ends up getting an absolute boatload of time in my group. So. All right. Anyways, where are we at here? Oh, also, I should note here that there are a couple of formations here that I can now pick up. Again, because I'm done morphing the ninjas and stealing from the dragons. It wasn't that I didn't care at all about the formations. I still tried to kind of keep the dragon by itself as much as I could. And so what that means is this specific behemoth formation I will keep, because that ends up in the same pack as the two ninjas. And then really any of the other behemoths I do not take. So like there's a double behemoth formation which I don't do. And here I just did it's kind of a weird route, but yeah, there's a switch that like you kind of technically don't have to step on. I don't know if this is any better. It's probably not. It feels like it actually might be a little bit longer. I'm not 100% sure though. I just thought it was cool. But here, this 3 Platinum Dragon, that's another formation that I wanted to keep. The other formation with Platinum Dragons is with the single Platinum Dragon and then the double Ninja. And that ends up in the same pack as the Dragon as well. And again, I'm trying to keep the Dragon in its, I guess technically, actually right now it's still in its own pack with a grenade, which there's just unfortunately no way around that. If you want to get a full rage list, the Dragon can't remain in its own pack forever. But not the end of the world. Again, we're basically done stealing Genji gloves anyway, and I say that, and of course there's a little footage here coming up where I actually stole one up here. But yeah, so that was my rationale and kind of what I did here. Unfortunately, though, also I wanted to do there's a formation with, I think it's 3 different types of enemies. I think it's like a total of 4 enemies, but 3 different types. And I've got a little clip of that coming up here, but hunting that down took a little bit of time as well. So I ended up spending a little bit more time here than I wanted to, but that is just how it goes when we're hunting for specific packs. If you don't want to do that, obviously I completely understand that. It can be, again, a little bit tedious, especially when we're ready to go. I'm ready to end things or continue on with the game, and then it's like, oh man, I just can't seem to find. And this is the pack right here. So what is that? Two Brain Pan, a Misfit, and then a Apocrypha. So again, that was the route, or that was the formation that I wanted there to kind of get the rest of the enemies that I hadn't quite got yet. So at that point, we are good to go. I save here, and obviously we're gonna save right before the again, I think this is Ultima Weapon. Let's just see here if I could at least. Yes, Ultima Weapon. Okay, I did get that right. I get it. I got it right, and also wrong earlier. But he goes through this little. I think they cut off one of his lines though too. He says something about like fragile beings of flesh. I don't know, prepare yourself or something like that, and they cut that line out of there. I have no idea why. There's nothing wrong with that. So very, very strange. I think it's him anyway. It's either him or the other one. Let me just see here. That's going to bother me. But what I did there was, I stole, and unfortunately I stole the elixir. So I wanted to redo that. Let's see here. Yeah. Ultimate Weapon. Yeah, so in this version, he stops after saying, "I do not bleed, for I am strength given, but strength given form." And then here the old versions had, "Feeble creatures of flesh, your time is nigh." Again, no idea why they cut that out of there. I thought that was great. It really, I don't know, it felt like, with that line in there, Ultima was a bit more, powerful and kind of menacing. But yeah, I don't know, strange decisions. I'm sure there's, I don't know, maybe some, I don't know, they wanted to tone it down or something, maybe for younger people or something. I have no idea, but anyway, I'm not wild about that change. I think that's silly. But all right, anyways, so as far as the actual strategy here, I went with the Rasp, or the MP kill, which I think was okay. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah, Gao is wrecking him with it. I think this thing's got like 5,000 mana, so yeah, Gao makes short work of him. But if you don't want to go that route, he doesn't unfortunately really have any elemental weaknesses, but slow him down, I should say. And he, you know, honestly, I think the Rasp kill is actually the best way because he's got some kind of nastier stuff that he does when, or like as he gets lower and lower on health. So I just think that, you know, I don't know, we can avoid that by just using the Rasp, you know, and then when you get a little bit too low on MP, then you can use Osmos, right, to grab some of it back. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was fast, right? Again, otherwise, I don't know. Maybe Debilitator, right? Give him some weaknesses and then exploit it. That's another way or another option. But I prefer the Rasp method. I think that's a lot better. And then here, what I did was I actually just wanted to show you something that was kind of interesting. You know, the Ultima weapon there isn't actually the point of no return. You can, I guess technically, like right where he was standing was the point of no return. Well, maybe a little bit farther up, right on this ramp. But anyways, you can actually go back to the airship if you really want to. You could have you could go farm the Velt with another ribbon. All right. Anyways, so at that point, Celeste shows back up, and she's ornery because she's got a score to settle. All right, behold the warring triad. They actually, I like the little effect there. They look really good, or it looks really good, however you want to say that. Uh-oh. All right, now we get all. What is this? Paralyzed? Are we paralyzed here? What's going on? And why only us? I don't know if they changed this dialogue here as well. Why don't I give you the task of basically repopulating our world? That's creepy. I don't ever remember that being the line from before. Maybe I'm just not remembering it correctly, but yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that part. That's, you know, Gestalt's basically just like, yo, why don't you guys have a bunch of kids? You know, we're gonna need babies in this new world. It's really really pretty messed up. And then here, yeah, it looks like you know, Celeste might actually be kind of going along with it, and oh, pulls a fast one and gets Kefka there. Apparently she missed some vitals, unfortunately. Blood. Oy. All right, creeper. You vicious brat. That, like, for a minute there, it was like, oh, did she get him? Is this it? Is that all? Nope. And then he just completely freaks out. I love it. Gods, you were born to fight? Wow, I think I said fart there. Now is the time. Show me your power. Don't do that. I don't want to see his power. Just keep that power right where it's at. All right, let me in here. Grrr. Wow. My Kefka impression is spot on. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like maybe not a great idea to stand in there, but Kefka, stop. All right, here's where there's a little disagreement between the two psychos. You mad, Amber Gestalt? What are you saying? Oh, Kefka, you poor, hopeless thing. Afraid you leave me no choice, no hard feelings. Now I'm just going to use this power you've unleashed to put you to sleep. What's so funny? Indeed, what is so funny? Very well. Suppose it's only fitting that you go out laughing. Firaga. Oh. Flare? Give that one a shot. What's going on? Why isn't my magic working? Meltdown. Maybe don't, I mean, seems like when a fire spell works, you don't want to just keep casting more and more fire spells, right? I think Gestalt doesn't know game mechanics. First victim has stepped forward. Show this useless old man your power. Speaking of playing with fire, Kefka is, you know, I don't know, I feel like got a little bit lucky here. You're way off. Where are you aiming? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Run, run, or you'll be well done. Good lord. Alright, there he got him. That's the end of Gestalt. Oh dear. Well, I guess it was a bit hasty in calling you an useless old man before. Okay. Yeah, that was a little mean. A little ageist. I was about to learn the meaning of fear. Okay, well, I guess Gestalt wasn't quite dead yet. I think now, I think this will do it, though. Whee! Alright, later, Gestalt. No, Kefka. You know, when I was reading the rationale for censoring the Celeste part where she's getting slapped around by the Imperial soldiers in South Figaro there. It sounded like the reason or the rationale for censoring that scene was because you can't have bound people depicted as being, you know, physically abused, essentially. And so, by that rationale, you know, the fact that she was chained up was what the censorship issue was based on. And I mean, clearly there, Kefka just smokes the crap out of her. So it's yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing the you know, what gets censored and why. But yeah, anyways, all right. So Shadow jumps down and saves. I mean, it looked like Celeste probably could have fallen there, and so yeah, Shadow kind of bails her out here. I'm just gonna equip some stuff here on Celeste. Yeah. I don't think it's probably not that important. Yeah, and there's a bunch of battles. I don't know if we can run away from these or not. We probably don't want to. I don't think they give experience anyway. But one of the kind of interesting things here is that these enemies, I believe they can be imped. But if you turn them into imps, they'll run away. And if you don't actually kill one of them or finish one off, you know, you can't see it in the bestiary. So don't do that. I guess I'm going to give Celeste Ragnarok for some reason. Alright, yeah, here everything is kind of getting destroyed. There's plenty of time here. I don't know. I think does the timer freeze when we're in combat? Let's find out. No, it does not. But yeah, these are the... Didn't these used to be called Naughty? I guess you could kind of say it that way too. It looks more like Nod to me. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, it froze Edgar there with something. That's That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I like that. Nothing to steal. Okay. Well, I'm going to just assume that I just kept trying to steal anyway, because that is the type of person I am. All right, so down there, I guess that doesn't really know. Here we have another fight again. Jeez. Yeah, really amping up the. Oh, you know what? I wonder. I might not have my my ward bangle on right now. Probably don't really need it. Here you have to be careful though. You don't want to walk just to the right there in order to grab this. I think this is an elixir. Yeah. If you try to go from the side, the other side, the path gets destroyed right in front of you, and so you can't get that. I don't know if that counts for any of the the achievements, but it may, and so don't do that. Make sure that you're going at it from the right side. Alright, so this guy's got nothing to steal. Puts Doom on everybody, which, not the biggest problem ever. And he also apparently has Reflect, so I think I raged, so that was a big no-no. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, good. So yeah, so at this point, though... Oh, looks like he's not immune to death effects, so... What was I doing here? Oh. Yeah, again, so not immune to death, so, if you've got, the assassin blade that, from Locke, that'll take care of him. You probably can use whatchamacallit, the, shout, right? Or, I guess, some sort of, what is it called in this? I guess it's break in this one. Also, the break blade should work as well. Hopefully I've got that right, and I'm not gonna look foolish now. Let's see, what else can you do with that guy? I can't remember if there's anything else fun about him. Anyways, I don't know, pretty easy. And we've got tons of time left here. So if you notice there, what you want to do obviously is go to the edge, and then it'll ask you if you want to jump down to the airship, which obviously well, actually, I shouldn't say obviously. It's not actually super obvious, but you don't want to jump off. You want to select the wait command or wait option, and then you'll back away from the edge, and then you want to walk right up to it again, and then instead of wait, the second time it'll say wait for Shadow, and so we definitely want to do that. And obviously, if you don't wait for Shadow, then he is gone forever, and you can never get him in the world of Ruin. So don't mess that up. That would be bad. We like Shadow. Shadow's good people. All right, yeah. Anyways, boy, what to talk about for 2 minutes while we wait for him. Also, it the timer will tick down to 5 or something like that, and then at 5, then Shadow will pop up, and you'll just automatically leave, so you don't have to worry about I don't know, you don't have to worry about it. It'll just automatically have you jump off, so you won't die. There's no worries there. Yeah, so anyways, again, this is pretty much it. There's not much else for the World of Balance. Actually, there's literally nothing else after we start the events there, right after Ultima weapon. That's basically the point of no return. I think I did a good job on making sure that all of the formations that I wanted to get popped up. Unfortunately, I did have to do a little bit of work there at the very, very end, because there was some stuff that I guess, and also to be fair to myself, that I just didn't want to be seeing on the Veldt up until a certain point, like that. It's like the fossil dragon or something like that. I freaking hate those things with a passion. For one thing, they use Sandstorm, and then the other is they throw, what is it, like bone or something like that? They throw you a bone, and it turns your characters into zombies, and that is obnoxious. So again, I actually waited until the last possible moment to go get that rage, or that formation, I should say, and there's lately I've been kind of kicking around the idea of more like a minimal rages walkthrough. Well, maybe not walkthrough, but I've been tempted to do things a little bit differently. There's so many rages in the game that I don't end up using, and some of them are just straight up worthless. Like, there's a lot of that are just completely redundant. Like, I think it's like the guard, right? Like, which I don't. It would be tough to. It would be, well, maybe a little bit tough to completely avoid that rage, but I think it could be done. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That one might be his default. That might be a default one. But anyways, long story short, there's a lot of them that there's just no reason to use because they're like, whatever, 150%. 150% damage, or like physical damage, but like the stray cat is better. Like, there's no reason to do that if you've got stray cat, or to have those. And then on top of that, like, farming and cycling the Veld would just be so much better without a lot of those like junk, early game formations that don't do much for you, like money wise or anything like that. So I don't know. Something I've kind of kicked around doing, but it probably won't be anytime soon. Maybe that'll be the next whatever the next Final Fantasy whatever, some sort of remaster that they do, because Lord knows that this probably won't be the last one that they do. But all right, anyways, that is it. The world is basically ending. There's chaos. Everything is falling apart. The airship just got completely trashed, which I'm actually completely okay with. I don't like the blackjack. I really don't like the look of that one. I think the airship that we get in the second, or in the World of Ruin, it looks a lot better. But that's how it goes. Well, I should say lucky me. We get a better one later. But all right. On that day, the world was changed forever. Indeed, it was forever. Mostly changed. A lot of it kind of stayed the same though. Like, right, like the kind of like the setup in Narshe, right? Like, all the buildings are in the exact same spots that they used to be. I'm just being pedantic. Let's see here. Oh yeah, right. So this is the Solitary Island, right? I think this is new. They added what looks to be some wreckage from the blackjack. At least that's what it looks like to me. I think that was really cool. I'm pretty sure in the other versions of the game that wasn't there. Well, I should say at least the versions that I've played. There's also, I'm sure, some that I have, like Game Boy Advance version. I played just a very little bit. I don't think I went through the whole thing, but all right. So here is Cid, and Celes is here as well. I think it's in the next video. Yeah, it must be, because we're at the end of this one. You can decide what you want to do here. You can either save Cid or off him by, and it's all dependent on which fish you feed him. I went with the save Cid route. I think though, it, like, story-wise, I think it's better. It sounds so brutal saying it like that, but like thematically speaking, I think that Cid eating dirt is actually better. I just, I don't know. I like the scene that goes along with it. And that sounds super dark, but yeah, I think, you know, like from a story standpoint, I think it's better. I guess, yeah, I just think it's better. I mean, sorry, Sid, but he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Granddad's a great guy, but yeah, again, I think from like a storyline standpoint, it's better when he's gone. It sounds horrible, but all right, yeah. So Sid here explains, you know, that they're basically the only one that have been left here. Everybody else, I think he says, essentially commits suicide, which is, yeah, right here, flung themselves from the northern cliffs in despair. That is dark. Yeah. And you know, yeah, if you choose the you know, to not save Sid, Celeste kind of tries to take that route as well. It's super messed up, but all right, yeah, you know what? We'll talk a little bit more about that in the next video. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.